guys, it's Peanut and Ice Cream Bar. So this wig video is a little bit different from what I normally make. That's because this wig is actually still in progress. I definitely need a break from this wig. It's just taken a very long time to put together, but I'm still going to try and show you what I've done. People have, there's like hair floating around from his shirt that has lots of alpaca hair on it. Lovely. Good thing I'm wearing black. I'm still gonna try and show you guys what I've done to make this wig so far, because you guys have asked me a couple times in the past to do like short hair, really short hair. So you can see both sides are pretty short. It's really the top part, which is the part that I haven't finished yet, which is supposed to be the longer part. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kind of jump into what I did and why I need to take a break from this wig. So the thing about this wig that is really frustrating for me is that short hair in general is really difficult to work with. I always have this feeling like I don't want to cut too much short hair because I just don't use enough short hair to, you know, make it plausible for me to have leftovers. Plus, if you do have leftover short hair, it's really difficult to store. If it gets jumbled, then it's kind of unusable. It's really hard to get really short little pieces of alpaca hair like gathered together again in a little bundle to glue into a wig. They're very difficult and they're very flimsy, so if you have like a deep breath or a sigh, stuff can just go flying everywhere, and you're like, oh, all my work, there it goes. I see it floating around in the air, but I can't use it. So short hair is not my favorite to work with. The other thing I don't like about it is for my style of wig making, you know, when I'm using a hard cap, obviously the wig, if you've made a hard cap before, you will notice that it doesn't, you know, lay flush to your doll's face. It always wants to kind of peel up at the edges. It's not elastic, so it's going to start to peel away from your doll. And your hair does naturally fall in front of your ear. So in order to create that effect, semi-realistically, I have to use tacky to kind of help the wig cap stick down on his face. And I mean, it's fine, it's really not a big deal, but I'm like, another step, and I am so lazy. For this wig in particular, I really wanted to cut his hair, alpaca hair everywhere. I really wanted to cut each piece of his hair really slowly to make sure I wasn't cutting too much hair, or I wouldn't lose a bunch of hair by just having too much and having a big sigh and having it float all over the place. So I cut it very slowly. And what I actually did was take a piece of notepad paper and kind of draw with Sharpie how long I wanted each piece to be. That way I could use the entire strand of alpaca hair. And I will tell you guys, thinning out a piece of alpaca hair cut from the middle is so tedious and long and boring and awful. You can definitely tell the areas where I got really sick of doing that and just stopped. However, I have not really finished styling this wig yet because the hair is so short. I actually need to style it with a little curling wand because the protectant things, the little plastic bits that keep you from burning yourself on the blades of a flat iron, are actually too thick to let me get the flat iron blades on this very short hair, so ugh. They also had to be dyed very slowly because I wanted each piece of his roots to be of a similar size and shape. So they all had to be cut and then dyed and then recut before being glued on to his head. And this process had to happen a very large amount of times because I didn't want to cut too much hair, but it took forever. And I am very sick of working on this wig. I'm so very sick of it. I want to like burn it. It's great. So anyway, that's pretty much what I've done so far. You guys can see I was a little more precise with this wig. Some of my other wig videos, I'm taking like huge big globs of Mod Podge and just kind of splurge blah 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 all over. This one I was using a very tiny brush, still using quite a bit of Mod Podge because a lot of hair was layered over hair and I wanted to make sure stuff stuck really well. So I was using quite a bit of Mod Podge, but then I would take the edge of the back of the brush and actually smooth it down. That's for two reasons. One, with hair that is this short, you want to make sure, or at least I wanted to make sure, that there weren't extra bumps, there wasn't a lot of extra Mod Podge or extra like clumps of you know, pieces of hair that kind of got stuck in the Mod Podge, because when the hair's this short, I felt like those would be really visible. So that was the one reason. And the other reason was, if it's smoother and flatter, it's going to dry faster, so that means I can work a little bit faster, even though it was a very slow project anyway. That's this wig for you guys, and hopefully you like it so far, and will also like it when it is done. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, and I will talk to all of you guys later. Bye!